Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I'd like to give all honor and glory and power to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of great wisdom, will and teach well. Peace and love to the hopeful elect, to the men out here pushing this truth across the four corners of the earth. Alright, peace and love and salutation to the one-third remnant. Okay, let's go back to Jacob 12 sons and daughters, men, women, and children. Okay, I'm the Akiyah. My desire is kind of like a transit on my way to the plantation. Get this daily bread, and another day to prophesy against Babylon the Great, and to hear these good, comforting words of our big brother Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai. And I was I always be like in a premeditative state before I go to work, because I know once I leave home, I'm in like a battle. I'm in a battle at home, but I'm in a different battle when I leave from home. So you have to pray, and you have to be ready to battle, be ready to go within the battle. Okay, and I was just premeditating upon how we had to rebuke Shaitan, and we got to rebuke, certain, individuals, that come in our daily lives, and it's a constant fight, and just making sure that your energy is aligned with the heavens and these words, okay, that's been spoken way before us. Okay, so this particular passage in this book of Matthew 8 and 23 is going into how Yahweh Shai comes the storm, and you can see it say Yahweh Shai comes the storm. And I'm just going to grab this little passage, and 144. It's it right here beside. I'm going to first grab this little passage, and we're just going to flow through the spirit. So, Lord, will y'all be edified through the spirit. Okay, now this is Matthew 8 and 23. It says, then Yahweh Shai got into the boat. I'm going to read it in KJV Salak. It said, in Matthew 8 and 23, it said, and when he was entered into a ship, his disciples followed him. It says, and behold, Salak, let me trap. It said, and behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, and so much that the ship was covered with the waves, but he was asleep. So what's going on is Yahweh Shai and the disciples, they had, got inside of the boat, but Yahweh, like when there was some waves, it was like a fierce storm, as it say in NLT, and it says the waves breaking into the boat. He said, but Yahweh Shai was just cool, calm, and collect. He was just, in a meditative state. That's all. And watch this. It says, Matthew 8 and 25. It says, and his disciples came to him and awoke him, saying, Lord, save us, we perish. And he said unto them, why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. And I find this is just touching, you know what I'm saying? Because me myself, I had practiced this once before when it was just so stormy outside, and it was just looking terrible. It's like since you learn this knowledge, live and understanding, it's like you be more afraid of the storms than what you was when you was in the world. Like even more, you be way more terrified of a thunderstorm, of a lightning, or a hurricane, or hell, what any supernatural disaster that come from the heavens. You be more terrified once you understand the power of the Lord. You know, and when Yahushua had rebuked that storm, that's exactly what I did at one particular, a few times, and it worked. Like, it truly works, you know. And see, the people in the world, they don't know that. They don't know that the power that we truly have, like, is really right here in front of us and behind us, on the left of us and the right of us. Like, that's the thing. Let me go get this scripture, because this truth is thy buckler. You know what I'm saying? Buckler. Let's see, there you go. It's right here, Psalms 18. Psalms 18, because see, this is what Yahushua basically was saying, like when he rebuked that storm. Okay? Like he already got this program in him. This is Psalms 18, I'm going to restart at the top. It says, a psalm of David, the servant of Yahweh, who spoke unto the Lord the words of this song in the day that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Hashai delivered him from the hands of all his enemies and from the hand of Saul. And he said, I will love thee, O Yahweh, my strength. The Lord Yahweh is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my power, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation, and my high tower. Okay, so going back into the precept about when Yahushua was like when Yahushua said, why are ye fearful, O ye, O little faith? Like, the Most High Yahweh didn't install fear inside of our essence. You know, we don't have a fear bone in our body. You know, they just tried to put fear inside of us, and it's just been within our, you know, passed down from slavery. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we have to Salaki, some old traffic lights right here. Don't do it. Don't do it. But yeah, but going back into, like, we can't have that lack of fear in these times to come. That's why I brought this scripture out. That was the point right there. You know, when Yahushua was like, why? I'm gonna read NLT. It's Matthew 8:26. It says, Yahushua responded, why are you afraid? You have so little faith. Then he got up and rebuked the wind and waves, and suddenly there was a great calm. I can witness that. I experienced it right there. Okay? And that's how I know, like, we're going to have to be like this on all levels, because this devil coming down with great wrath. Like, he ain't got no time. He see the angels. He knows that he knows that he's not in control of nothing, but he going to present it to like he in control with the technology. So that's why we got to constantly, always, like what the scriptures just went into, what David said. It says, Psalm 18:2, the Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my power, my strength, in whom I would trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation, and my high tower. You know, that's what Yahushua was basically telling the disciples, like, hey, man, y'all can't be lacking faith You know, no matter what, man, because Yahweh Shemashah control it all. You know, so we got to always remain, humble and praying and constantly staying in high spirit to the best of our ability. You know, that's why we gotta take care of our diets. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure that that we doing what Yahweh Shemashah says. That's the only way we gonna be delivered. You know, the only way to endure is to do what this book say. You know, and we all got different likes, but still, like, hey, ain't nothing new up under the sun. You know, and that's why I say when Yahweh Shai rebuked that seed, that was more of like, man, you gotta like look, nothing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta always operate off faith. I don't give a damn what it is. What? I'm talking about anything that you going through, you gotta operate out that faith. It's a lot for the rambling. I'm just in transit a little bit, but yeah, that's the point. You know, and look, it says the disciples were amazed. Who is this man? They asked. Even the winds and waves obeyed him. And it's the same thing for us. It's the same thing for us. You know, we got that little power source too. We got the same like power source. And Yahweh Shah even said that we gonna do way more wonders than what he ever did when he was in his flesh. And that's what I'm looking forward to. And I pray and hope that you sincere ones looking forward to that too. Okay? And I'm gonna end it out with this precept. Because that's what it's about. It says, Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord Yahweh is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and is safe. Okay? So long we got that name, we can rebuke, we can pray, we can have faith, when it comes to this name, because this name is whole weight. Alright? So that was the point made to my destination. So with that, I pray and hope that this lesson was edified to whoever may need it in the spirit. Hey, continue to endure, continue to fight, continue to stand strong. Hey, how about my shot gatherers? So with that, I would like to say all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachach, Rash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule well and teach well. Peace and love to the hopeful elect. Peace and salutations to the 1/3 remnant. Until the next time, Yahweh, Rakazah, Shalom.